Team grind, how you living? It's the kid Dreythepoet and I'm back with another video. The video we're gonna talk about is the farewell of John Cena. But you find my channel first time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share your social medias. My social media be in the description below. And yo, it's been a long while since I've done a wrestling related video. Back then when I used to do my reaction videos, I had WWE reactions, I had AEW reactions, but I don't think I have ever had a video where I talked about one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. One of my top 10s. I think my last favorite wrestler, to be in fact, that is John Cena. Now, as a kid, I was just in awe of John Cena, especially when he came out with the Doctor of Thugonomics. He had the U.S. spinner belts, with the diamonds, on it and the spin. I thought that was the most player thing ever to happen in the sport of professional wrestling. Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I was captivated by John Cena all the way, up now to my adulthood. I was captivated by John Cena. I had to say, like, some of my favorite moments of John Cena's career was his feud with Edge, where they feuded for the WWE title. His Dr. Thugonomic days. His open U.S. challenge. His feud with The Rock was also one of my favorite feuds. Feuds with JBL's, Edge. I mean, not Edge, but who else was it? His feud with Undertaker, Eddie Guerrero, all that. John Cena had a lot of captivating moments throughout his career. You can look at John Cena and see like why he became the guy. He had larger than life personality. He is the last larger than life WWE superstar on the roster. And how I feel about his retirement, of course it's a bittersweet thing, because the bitter part is John Cena is retiring. He's not done with WWE, so to speak, because I heard he has an ambassador deal with them, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be coming out here and there. He probably gonna come back and do like one more reunion match type of deal, but other than that, but as far as like a full-time competitor, he's done. He hung it up. And the sweet, like I said, that's the bitter part. The sweet part is, John Cena's not being stubborn. He knew when it was time, to stop. There's certain people, in the case of Ric Flair, who don't know when to quit, and for a while, The Undertaker didn't know when to quit. So it's always good when you have that self-awareness to know when to stop, and that's a great thing. And how I feel about his retirement tour. I wasn't, aside from his heel turn, I wasn't too much of a fan of it. I felt like WWE definitely fumbled with that. John Cena is your last larger than life superstar. You should have did better for him. And I also heard, he wanted to do 200 days, and I would have to agree with the masses. 200 days would be too much, but he should definitely did more than 36 days. It's his last match. Last year. He should have did more than that. Another thing I'm happy about John Cena, I'm glad John Cena can say he's a 17-time world champion. The most reigns in professional wrestling history. And most people gonna hate it, but I'm glad that it went to him. It's so many things I can say about John Cena. When I was a kid, had his shirts, and I think I went to WWE.com to listen to his You Can't See Me album. I enjoyed that album. I watched his movies, Marine, 12 Rounds, and him being in Suicide Squad too. So, like I said, I'm glad that John Cena was able to come to WWE, and be able to do what he did. And I'm glad like he's going off to Hollywood, and I hope he gives it all that he has too, because John Cena is a pretty solid actor as well, and I hope he only gets better as an actor too. So yeah, John Cena is my, like I said before, my last favorite WWE wrestler that was active on the roster. He retired. I'm doing this video just to pretty much pay homage to him, John Cena, he's done a lot, man. Professional wrestler, rapper, actor. You know, now he's gonna be an ambassador for WWE. You know, he pretty much, you know, just about done it all. You know, and I want to thank John Cena for being one of my favorite wrestlers. And I keep on saying I keep on missing wrestler and rappers together because they sound like. But like I said, John Cena wasn't a bad rapper. And every time, you know, also I want to say this a lot. You know, when I was a kid, every time we played wrestling, it was three people who I wanted to be majority of the time. I wanted to be The Rock. I wanted to be Stone Cold. I don't want to be John Cena. I guess the first time I ever did wrestling, I guess I was X-Pac, but you know, that was for a short period of time. Oh yeah, and Jeff Hardy as well too. But anyway, back to my point. John Cena, thank you for entertaining me as a kid. Thank you for a great wrestling career. I hope you succeed in the world of acting now. You're doing a great job, and I hope you succeed. That's my end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share it on your social medias. Remember, every season, grind season. It's underground takeover, man. Let's get it. Thank you, John Cena.